Hey everybody, Buggeter back with another video. So this week I'm taking you along on part 2 of my trip to Michigan. So Chandler and I got onto an early homestead dating back to about 1840 or so, and there was a lot of cool stuff to be found. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So Chandler and I just started up on another spot in a different field, actually owned by the same people who owned the house we hit earlier. Look at that. Big, beautiful axe head, complete. I would guess probably original to the house, which was put up pre-1860. But that's a super cool find. Let's see if we get something else. Well, this is a pretty cool little spill here. Take a look at that. Right here, square nail. We'll chuck that into the trash pouch. And right next to it, we've got a little D-buckle. Super green color. Looks like it's definitely got some age to it, but I'll certainly take it. So let's see if we get something else. Well, Chandler just pulled something super cool. Look at the fancy on that button. It's definitely earlier, half the 1800s. There's the back of it. Just a one-piece flat button, nice erect shank, but it's an awesome find. Congrats, man. Let's see if we get something else. So this one came in like a coin. That's not a coin. That is actually a chunk to an old protractor, a super old protractor. You can see the angled numbers, but that's a super cool find. Let's see if we get something else. It is coin time once again, though this one, that's not a wheat penny. That, I believe, is an Indian head penny, and oh my goodness, that is old. Look at the date on that one. Perfect clean white, 1867. Now, this would be the year Nebraska became a state. However, this one is out of Michigan, but still a cool find, but I will certainly take it. Let's see if we get something else. So it is chicken time once again with Chandler. He's got himself a couple of toe taps. I will hand those back to him, but he's also got one other super cool find here. It is this railroad tag, and up at the top it says something Chicago, like right there. Underneath it says Benham 66. Not 100% sure what it stands for, but it's definitely a late 1800 railroad tag. So that's a cool find. Congrats, man. Let's see if we get something else. Well, it is a new day. Got a little bit of rain earlier, but back at the spot from the other night. And take a look at that. First find for today. That is a toe tap, it appears. Super green, super old. But I will certainly take it. So let's see if we get something else. So this was a deep 96. I think it's finally happened. It's literally been 2 years since I dug something like this. Take a look at that. That there looks like a big copper to me. Oh, and not just any copper. That's a bucket list copper for me. That is going to be a Bank of Upper Canada 1 penny token. It's even got a date on it. Take a look at that. 1857. Wow, I am in absolute disbelief with this one. This is a fantastic find. There it is, bank token for a half penny. So would have traded as a large set back in the day. I'm gonna clean this up and get some more detail and I'll loop you back in. So here's just one more look at that copper. Pretty good condition. You can see all the detail. But again, Bank of Upper Canada, 1857 is going to be the date on it. Here's just a look at the back. It's a little bit toasty on this side, but it'll say bank token for 1/2 penny. But I am absolutely floored with that find. So in the pouch that'll go. Let's see if we get something else. So I'm not typically one to show my harmonica reeds. However, this one, kind of a standout. The reason for that is because this one's actually made of pewter, meaning this is a very, very early harmonica reed. So probably early to mid 1800s if I had to guess. But that's a cool find. Let's see if we get something else. So I just fished this little bit up. It was deep and sounded terrible. It appears to be a musket ball of some sort, so pretty early ammunition as I drop it, but I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. So here's another piece of super old stuff. This appears to be some sort of door lock, probably original to the house that once stood here, but it's got some sort of writing, and I think I see a patent date coming through, so if I get that, I will loop you back in. But what's really cool about it is it was made for a skeleton key, and it is pretty much entirely intact outside of the rust, but I'll certainly take it. So let's see if we get something else. Well, I found one of these earlier. That is another little musket ball. Hit 77 on the dais too. We'll give that a pants rub. Oh yeah, beautiful white patina. This one looks like it's been chewed a little bit, but that's a cool find. Let's see if we get something else. Well, this is becoming a pretty familiar site for this spot. That is yet another little musket ball. Let's give that a pants rub. Yeah, another round ball, but I'll certainly take it. Let's see if we get something else. So this one here is just a piece of junk, just a old spoon bowl, pretty common find, but what makes this one a little bit more interesting is that this is made of pewter, and pewter was not used for silverware for a very long time. It's probably pushing like early 1800s on this one, but that's a super cool find. Let's see if we get something else. Well, the sun's starting to go down. This was a loud 8889. I know what that is. That is just an absolutely gorgeous crotal bell. Oh wow, and that's the old style with the old markings and the cast top instead of the iron. But I'm gonna clean this up a little off camera, see if it dings, and I'll loop you back in. Well, here's a look at that bell all cleaned up. It is a number 8, and that text looks excessively old. So knowing the age of the rest of the finds from the spot, this is probably mid 1800s, but if you listen, it still dingles, but I'll certainly take it. Let's see if we get something else. So this came in like an Indian. That does not look like an Indian, actually. That's a suspender clip. A little bit of deja vu, because not only does this look identical to the one I dug just the other night, this one has somebody's initials engraved into it. Wow. WBC are the initials in this one, but that is incredible. Wow. I'm pretty shocked to find something like this so personal, but that is an awesome find. Give that a pants rub and just get a little more dirt off of that. But yeah, beautiful find there. I'll certainly take it. Let's see if we get something else. So this hit like an Indian, and I see something with writing on it, and oh my goodness, that is wiping super clean. It appears to say Willoughby Hill and Company. Huh. Back appears to just be empty, no shank or anything like that. However, I would take a wild guess this is a turned knob to a lantern. Not 100% sure, but it looks like it's definitely got some age to it. I'll throw up next to it whatever it is if I figure it out, but it's a cool find. Let's see if we get something else. Hey everybody, Bug Eater back with another wrap of my help with Chandler at an early homestead in Michigan dating back to probably the 1830s or 40s or so. But I want to start off by saying congrats to him on all of his awesome finds, but here's my take from the hunt. I got a bunch of relics, including this huge axe head, a door lock, which actually has a patent date down there of 1875. It's very tough to see through all of the paint and rust. Onto some of the smaller bits, I got onto a chunk of a protractor, a pewter spoon bowl, which is actually a first for me. I have never dug any pewter silverware bits. I also got onto a pewter harmonica reed, also super old. I got onto the silver-plated hinge, a pocket watch guts, a little buckle, toe tap, a rivet, 3 musket balls. I also got onto a chunk of a powder flask, which was super cool. Wish it was complete. I also got onto one crotal bell. This is actually my first super old style one. It's a number 3. And then I also got onto a button that says Willoughby and Hill and Company. And this would have been off of a satchel. The 2 coins, this one is tough to read, but it's an 1867 Indian head penny. The back is in a little bit better condition. There's the 1 cent. And then my find of the hunt, my second big copper of the year, an 1857 Bank of Upper Canada token. And this one is for a 1/2 penny. So would have traded as a large cent back in the day. But that was my hunt, guys. Thanks again for coming along. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Bug Eater, signing out.